Irish bread, soda bread. Yum. Hi, I'm the Canadian cooking in the USA, and today, being that we're still in the month of March, I'd like to show you how easy it is to make Irish soda bread. So just as Irish clover typically have 3 leaves, a lucky clover has 4. And that is just how many ingredients we are going to need today. So you will need 4 cups of flour. All-purpose is fine, whatever you have. You will also need 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and buttermilk. What if you don't have buttermilk? It's okay. We are going to fix that. And to fix that, we are going to add 1 teaspoon of lemon juice to my 1 3/4 amount of milk. And then it will work. You will also need a bowl to mix the ingredients. Very simple. I'll start putting these together and I'll see you back at the bowl. So here's our 1 3/4 cup 2% milk, and I've added 1 teaspoon, a full teaspoon of lemon juice. I'm just going to give this a little bit of a stir. When I first added it, it started to have little bubbles in it. But I'm just going to let that work its magic. Now I've measured out my baking soda and the salt in here, and I'm now going to add and mix the flour. Actually, I could even go like that and then reintroduce the whole thing into the bowl. Okay. Did my flour. If you don't have a flour sifter, well, that's okay. This is what it looks like. Just the dry ingredients. Nothing fancy. I'm not even sure where the salt and the baking soda went in here. But just kind of give it a little stir. And when you think you've got it, make like a little well in there. We're going to gradually add the buttermilk into the middle here. And we're just going to keep folding it and folding it. Add a little, fold, add a little, fold. We're not going to do power mixing. We just want to stir it until it makes a nice dough. All right. We're going to add a little and a little. Actually, I'm going to use my hands for this, because after all, it's one of these things you do with your hands anyways. You kind of grab it and pull it in. See what I'm doing? You kind of grab it and pull it. You kind of roll the flour into it, you see? That's how it's done. Now you could use a fancy mixer or a blender, but I'm just going to add a bit and a bit. See how, you can do this. You just take a time, squeeze it together, squeeze it together. It comes together all by itself, really. Now it might actually make a nice dough ball on you before you get to the end of how much of your buttermilk you have. You just kind of take your time with this. Ah, yes. It's getting there. Probably be easier if I used 2 hands, but I want to show you how this is done. Whoops, I just lost a little bit on the floor there. Okay, getting really close. I'm just going to go ahead and add the rest of that. Okay, this is something you don't want to over mix either. So I'm going to just finish this up. And then with a little extra little flour, I'm going to sprinkle on my baking tray, the one I use for cookies and that sort of thing. And then just shape this up into more of a ball. Okay, this is almost there. In the process of turning my bowl around and around to incorporate the loose flour, I actually broke my bowl. Look at that. A little piece of my bowl came off. And this is Tupperware. Good thing, because it's guaranteed a lifetime, so I can always find a person and maybe get a replacement. Right? That would be nice. Okay, so you can see this is pretty much, it's a little on the sticky side, but that's okay. That's sometimes happens like that. We're just keeping it real. Keep it real. So I'm going to take it out so you can see for yourself. Make like a little ball out of it. Kind of give it a nice little shape. See that? Isn't that nice? That's pretty. And we'll stick some of these pieces back on there. Get in there. All right. So I have made a little tray. I'm going to put a little bit of flour on the bottom. That way it just sticks nicely. It's not going to go anywhere. Okay, we're going to let that be. Now, according to how this is then done before it goes into the oven, you bless the bread. And traditionally, you put a little X on it. So I'm just going to do that now. Whoops, I hear the doggies are getting excited. Okay, so let's make sure we get a little cross on there. And you put a few holes in it for the steam to come out. And if there's any fairies or things in the oven you don't want getting in your bread, it's supposed to assist with its overall cooking. Okay, so we'll set the temperature. I believe it's at 420 Fahrenheit, and we will watch it cook for over about 30 minutes. It's almost done. And there you have it. The Irish soda bread is done. Isn't that beautiful? The only thing missing is now an Irish stew. And I'm going to be making that next. Yes, that is beautiful. It looks rough, but that's how it is. Show you how. If you followed my show this far, I would appreciate if you give it a like, maybe even subscribe and hit that notification bell so the moment I get another video out, you can be one of the first to see it. Anyways, look how beautiful this is. Well, that's it for today. Thank you for joining me in the kitchen. Until next time, do take care. Au revoir.